the resistant radio station, Fresh Radio Vibes.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
What's up? This is King Alibaba. I represent for the International Morning Right Show. You know, told you. What's up? This is King Alibaba, straight out of Make Money Record. I represent for what you don't know, the International Morning Right Show. Every Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with the five masterman like Kadites. See, I told you. What's up? This is King Alibaba, straight out of Make Money Record, Jamaica. I represent for the International Morning Right Show. Every Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with the five master Gadites. See, I told you.
Whether it's on the telephone, whether it's on the iPhone, the berries of strawberries, whatever it is, keep it locked to the body station. Gram Smog and Fresh Radio Vibes. Ras Gadites right here on what? Fresh Radio Vibes. Keep it locked. Are the best in a reggae dancehall music. See? No one.
Stand your heart. Chopping down the forest, deprive the animal from the wild, fighting over land and isle. Why? Me not see the trees, I'm afraid. Me not see the animals afraid. Me not see the mountains afraid. Me look at me see the sunset. Me see the world leaders afraid. Them a wonder how set the trend. Them borrow and them can't pay them debt. I only set it and everything done set. Mother nature. Whoa. Mother nature. Mama nature.
See the world caught up in fear. Is this a virus or a plague? Wonder if it's judgment day. Mama Earth is in a rage. Babylon must see the change. Now the time to change the page. For the time is modern age. Free your mind from out the cage, yeah. What they do, Mama Earth? Hey, can't they see that she's hurt? Hey, is this the signs of the time? They can't stop the sun from shining.
Victory is a must. Good always overcome evil. The maroon is victorious. Anu, Ra, Amen to all the ancestral powers who are fighting on our behalf.
What's the time now? Them free to touch the people money right now. A time now. Them so look you see I beat your money right now. A time now. Tell them to free the prisoner them right now. A time now. Stand your heart.
Righteousness exalted the nation.
Chopping down the forest.
Sin is a reproach unto every single living human being. Yes.
Me not see the trees, I'm afraid. Me not see the animals afraid.
Remember me tell it to police, politicians and pastors. You're on the chopping block.
Me see the world leaders afraid.
Yes.
Them a wonder how set the trend.
Yes.
Them borrow and them can't pay them debt. I only set it and everything done set. Mother Nature. Mother Nature.
We have break down all of the follies,
Mother Nature.
Cannot say you're not been warned. Cannot say you've never been warned. Come on.
See the world caught up in fear.
Yes.
Is this a virus or a plague? Wonder if it's judgment day. Mama Earth is in a rage. Babylon must see the change. Now the time to change the page. For the time is modern age. Free your mind from out the cage. Yeah. What they do, Mama Earth?
Yes.
Can't they see that she's hurt? Is this the signs of
The time, yeah,
they can't stop the sun
from shine.
Yeah.
Mother Nature. Mother Nature. Mother Nature. Papa Nature. What's the time now? What's the time now? Them 50 touch the people money right now. A time now. A time now. Them say look you see a ditchy money right now. A time now. A time now. Tell them to free the prisoner them right now. A time now. A time now. Them for look at them and see a yes inside now. Love and life forevermore.
Yes.
Tell them free up the prison door.
Free up the prison door. Free up the prison door. Free up the prison door. Rastafari is the cure.
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature. Papa Nature. Mother Nature.
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature. What a joy. What a joy. What a joy. Yes, we are seeing the breakdown of this Babylonian system. You know what I mean? Let's keep it real. All right. Big up to the massive. There might be things to that. Yes,
Repatriation is a must. Failure is not an option. Forward ever unto Mount Zion. Blessed be Haile Selassie. Holy I Emmanuel. Blessed and terrible Marcus Messiah Garvey.
Yes, we're on a mission, people. We're on a mission.
Rastafari send me from the mission. I just can't feel. Haile Selassie send me from the mission. Yeah, I just can't tell. Rastafari send me from the mission. I just can't steal. Haile Selassie send me from the mission.
Love and share, like and care. The camera crew ready? What a glorious day today is. We've just taken out the British Prime Minister. The Prime Minister. Give thanks to the powers. Yes, I.
Turn a grand into couple million and make my millions, make some billions, build couple billion up to trillions. Talking about the finance of the New Jerusalem. You can LOL all the
hell you want, butter.
Witnessing a phenomenon. Celebration from the mission. We just can't feel. Rastafari send me from the mission. Yeah, I just can't stay. Haile Selassie send me from the mission.
Yes, sir.
We just can't feel.
Where one or two is gathered, you know. Let's call it church. Love and share, people. Send out the video. I want to thank everybody that's on the live stream right now.
That's my little bro. Introducing the walking inferno.
Yes.
The heat of the sun is a couple degrees below. What I dealing with, so I must feel the flow. The girls in the crowd saying go try.
Go.
Try go because they know say people try is a real smooth fellow.
Yeah, man, here we talk to His Excellence to the right honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey's son, Dr. Julius Garvey. Can't feel.
just can't feel. Rastafari send me on a mission. Yeah, I just can't feel. Like this last year, I send me on a mission. I just can't steal. And listen, last year, I send me on a mission. We find a big boat and go set sail. To get your education, it is a mission.
My God. Yes, I. We're gonna go over to the pond. We're heading over to the UK. I think we have a friend in Downing Street. Said that they're looking a plumber for Downing Street because the pipe has bust. The pipe bust people. My God. I can't feel. I refuse to feel. Failure is not. So tell them buckle up the seatbelts and please hold on. Yes. Mr. Detroit coming through like a blazing storm. Yeah, I'm gonna show these people me say how me carry on. Yeah, you. Just watch the words in the song. Oh, you. Big Daddy Troy Thompson. Pushing from 1 to 1,000. Let us big up the Canadian family. The Canadian family big up on yourself. Some million from the bill, billion of talking about the finance of the New Jerusalem. You can hell you want, but you're witnessing a phenomenon, people. You're witnessing a phenomenon. Rastafari say I am a mission. I cannot fail. I refuse to fail, people. We cannot fail. The ancestors are looking at us right now. You heard me talk to His Excellency, Dr. Julius Garvey, a while ago. And of course, you know, when we talk to these people to confirm that we have reached the crossroad where we have to change and move forward in a progressive manner, a lot of people skin up them face, them say, yo, you're living a dream, you're living an illusion. But this morning is another prophetic conclusion that we are on the right track. Light up all of the incense them today. Yes, I. Grand rising to His Excellency Emperor L.A. Lewis.
Ancient memories of all I can't forget.
Again.
Couple jar off of the high grade. I man recollect.
Yes.
How they enslaved the world and wrapped us in the net. From that tabernacle lifestyle and liberty, them why I disconnect.
Come again.
Chant them down.
I said, I chant them down.
Rasta chant them down.
I chant them down.
Black woman, she chant them down.
We're live on Twitter. We're live also on Instagram. Let's go.
These savages always devising a plan to manipulate and control everyone. Mr. Jacket and tie, you got your billions, and still you don't got no satisfaction. Ignoring the cries of the children in the ghetto, investing all your wealth in your vanity and ego. The judgment is coming on you.
Babylon, we chant them down.
Chant them down.
Go down, Babylon, go down.
Chant them down. We are chant them down.
Yes, sir.
Rasta chant them down. Chant them down. Yeah. Black woman chant them down. Yeah. I think it jump, clap, rejoice and sing. All exaltation to the King of Kings. I will see Babylon walls crumbling and Rastaman standing. To Mount Zion we go, Rastafari flow. And bro, Babylon can't stop us, oh no. I chant them down, chant them down, yeah. We are chant them down, Rasta
chant them down, yeah.
Chant them down, Selassie I am a chant them down.
You know, until you plant a tree, you plant a seed, it don't just bear fruits, you know. Let me just pick up the likes of Beaker Bailey, live inside the foreign land.
Take a draw off my eye glare. Recollect. Remember how them destroyed the world and wrapped us in their net. From the laws and commandments, them ones I and I disconnect. But
Babylon I chant them
down, chant them down.
Rastaman I chant them
down. We are chant them down.
Babylon we chant them
down. Rastafari chant them down. Yeah. I chant them down. Still I see I wear the triple crown. Rastafari.
Wow, Rastafari, I'm telling you, you know, this is a bombshell, people. We are witnessing what's going on. Boris Johnson, yes, they say that he has resigned. And do we have the news desk ready? Hold on. My God, this is a breaking news, and we want each and every one to bear with us right now. We are inside the mix. Before we go any further, do we have the news mix?
This morning, Christian, how shocking is this?
Well, to be honest with you, not really, because in terms of the unfolding crisis, this has been unfolding, and it was really just a matter of when and how, not if. It has come today, which some say gives him a slight shred of clinging on to a little bit of dignity to be able to actually resign, rather than what was actually going to happen on Monday, when a key committee was going to vote to change its rules, to have another vote of confidence, which he was bound to lose, as the numbers show. And then he would have been kicked out. So this is a small shred of him being able to, at the behest of many of these resigning ministers, to actually resign. But just to put it into historical context, a historian today basically quoted this fact. In the last 300 years, of 55 British prime ministers, none has gone down in such spectacular flames as this one. And this is not about policy per se. It is about a matter of personal integrity, what they say is dishonesty, and the inability to govern. Nick Robertson a little earlier, some of the issues that he's had to deal with, the crises. He has stepped so far outside what's expected of mainstream politics, flung up so many scandals over the last 3 years that he's been in office, that is all just accumulated. It is a matter of personal integrity and the actual inability to govern, which is one of the former ministers, Rory Stewart, told me last night on my program. Listen to how he described it.
Well, at some basic level, almost anybody in Parliament would be a better Prime Minister than Boris Johnson. I mean, Larry the Downing Street cat at the moment would be a better Prime Minister, because the point is that he simply can't govern. The whole thing has become like a reality TV show, and this has been going on for months. It's impossible for him to have a long-term economic policy. It's impossible for him to announce any policies or be taken seriously, because every single week there is another scandal, almost all of them of his own creation, almost all of them made worse because he lies and tries to avoid before he finally comes through.
Well, there you are. And that is from a former Tory party minister, not a member of the opposition. And that also clearly, lays out the big questions as to whether he can actually, as he wants to, take a quote unquote victory lap and be the caretaker prime minister. It looks like nobody's going to stand for that. We'll see what the rules say and what the party says. But remember, that Boris Johnson, as Prime Minister, has not only presided over all of this scandal, but a plunge in his own personal popularity, a plunge in the popularity of the party, a loss of 2 or more very crucial recent local elections, and that is what matters to the party. At one point, it was considered that Johnson was the necessary, quote-unquote, useful idiot, the poison chalice, because he could actually win elections. But even that has proven to be less and less of a reality right now. So this is what's going on. And again, to put it into context, he has been in office for 2 years and 348 days. That is the same amount of time as Neville Chamberlain, who, as you remember, was kicked out over saying that peace in our time during World War II. And Boris Johnson, who compares himself to Churchill, has not actually stood up to this. And just another issue over foreign policy. The US government is not pleased with the Boris Johnson government. They have not rushed to give him a free trade deal as he wants because of his threat to the Northern Ireland peace process. Congress is not pleased with Boris Johnson and his perpetual threat to Northern Ireland and the Good Friday peace process. And in addition, the Ukraine policy, well, that's British policy. It's not Boris Johnson policy. It will continue. It is British, European, NATO, US policy to defend Ukraine, and that will not change.
You can see, even in that synopsis, Christian, what a whirlwind the Boris Johnson era has been. What a 2+ years this has been with him as prime minister for a variety of reasons. And as you noted, even as he resigns in scandal, there is a potential scandal brewing in that because he wants to stick around, we think, until October. But if you're leaving because your government has lost faith in your honesty and your ability to be forthright, it's hard to stick around for 3 months.
Well, I mean, look, you're absolutely right. And that's what all his own party members are saying, particularly those who've exited, in a mass stampede. They're saying, by the way, well, hang on a second, who's actually going to help him govern, quote unquote, for the next 3 months? Because we can't go back into government. We've actually resigned. So who is going to do that for him? But he is still looking at this through his own personal prism, clearly, and not through what's best for the party and, most importantly, what's best for the country. And even international interlocutors and negotiators, who's going to take him seriously in Europe as he's, mortally wounded? He won't be there. He's already got so far under their skin over the, EU Brexit negotiations. They're not going to take him seriously. The US, as I said, is going to look at him as a lame duck and not take him seriously. How can he negotiate any international whatever that needs to be done right now, much less deal with inflation, with the whole domestic economic crisis, with the resurgence of COVID, with the whole, poverty issue that's going on right now, and with actually a weak-ish economy. So this is something that these are all big questions. And remember that David Cameron, for instance, the last prime minister, well, there was Theresa May, but before that, when David Cameron lost the Brexit referendum to Boris Johnson, he said that
I drank this before bed and lowered my blood pressure.
Wow. My God. Boris Johnson. So many things happening in the States right now. We have so much things on our plate this morning, people, that we're pushing for it. But we're inside the UK today. We're inside the UK because with this announcement of Boris Johnson, the entire government being dissolved, the resigning, and these are the government that are going around the world who are saying that they want to revive the 54 Commonwealth Slave Treaty. We must remember that this cannot go down as if we don't know what's happening. The British Empire must be demolished. It's an atrocious empire when it comes on to humanity. It has orchestrated wars, killed countless amount of people, slaughtered them under the auspices that they are conquerors. This morning, when our desk got the news that Boris, the baboon Johnson, yes, that's what we're calling him, Boris the baboon Johnson, has been removed or needs to be removed from society because they're mad people. These are some of the craziness that is happening this morning. So we are going to go to the UK before we head over to the UK where everything is bubbling, because UK is also having the popcorn scenario. We have someone from the popcorn camp who will be telling us the real story as to why Poppy has become a poppy show. Yes, because some of these artists are nothing more than poppy shows. They're like slave. You buy them and sell them as you like. We also have Shaggy. And I must say that the tape that we're going to play going to have a lot of you Shaggy fans who usually go on like on a shit can make party very amazed because Shaggy came out and Shaggy tells some people to go and S them mother. And this is somebody that the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Corporation of Jamaica, has made an ambassador. We have so much things this morning in the pipeline. Of course, our people all over the world, they're waiting on us. We're going to touch Canada. We're going to touch the UK. We're also going to touch the Corporation of Jamaica. We're touching several of the corporations this morning. Oh my God, to really get it sorted out, because we have no time to waste, okay? We're live here this morning, and it's brought to you by Nyamins Fine Nyapong cuisine. Let us head over into the headlines for the Carry Us Beyond, or the Atlantis Island. It says that court ruled in Jamaica, in the corporation, it says court ruled section of Antigua Sexual Offense Act unconstitutional. They've been trying to get the Booger Act up in Antigua where you can bull as much as possible, but we're not into the bull. I think Boris Johnson is part of the Bull Club. I'm going to explain that in a short while. 5 people who are subjects of the corporation to be extradited to the United States for lottery scamming, while we have church members out there who have scammed our community for eons not being extradited. Mexico give approval for cattle export to Belize. Go and get some Mexican cowing on of blood now in Belize. And the Corporation of Jamaica has recorded its first case of the so-called monkeypox. We are looking at these demise, these undertaking by the corporation to keep our people in fear and guilt. That is what the Corporation of Jamaica is doing by announcing that a so-called monkeypox has come forth. In the Corporation of Grenada, Dr. Keith Mitchell sworn in as Grenada's opposition leader. One bird with 2 wings. We need to dismantle the Westminster hypocritical mockery that they have given to our people that they're calling democracy. It's actually driving our people crazy. They say that in the Corporation of Haiti, court deny request to extradite Jordan implicated in Haitian president assassination. They're saying that the court has, they have denied the request for that extradition. Barbados, the Corporation of Barbados court award former murder accused Pedro Denroy Ellis monetary damages for unlawful detention. Tell her these corporations are trying to look good, but they cannot look good in our eyes because we know that they're nothing more than infiltrators, invaders of our people. Saudi Arabian investment delegation to visit the Corporation of Guyana. I only hope that the Saudi Arabian government know that we as the Maroon have a water investment plan, that we plan to sell them water for oil. They need to call the global, call the Nyankopong Sovereign Maroon Global Tribal Nation Territories now, because that is the only global representation that the Maroons have on their shoulder right now. They say that the U.S. Coast Guard rescued 2 people near the Bahamas. Several detained at fiery protests near Trinidad capital over fatal police shooting. The corporations are damaging our people. The main story this morning, people, is this story from Boris Johnson, the baboon, who is the British Prime Minister. It is such a shame to see these baboons who were put into leadership position, come off as if they have any more sense than our people do. I'm getting a lot of messages. Please wait until the phone line is open in the next 5 minutes before we get into it. But for my brothers and sisters who are out there, I want to share a bit of story right now about this baboon Boris Johnson. He is from the elite. The baboon Boris Johnson is from the elite. I will say this again. And he has also been with the likes of David Cameron. These people have created various atrocity against a lot of people out there. And for the educated jackass out there who are sucking up to the likes of these vampires, we need to make it clear that we do not support these baboon action. Let's get some knowledge about this baboon Boris Johnson. Hold on, people.
The life and lies of Boris Johnson, from the day he was born to the day he became Prime Minister. June 1964. Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson is born in New York. His earliest recorded ambition is to become world king. 1982. In a letter to Johnson's father, an Eton schoolteacher writes of the 17-year-old Boris Johnson.
He sometimes seems affronted when criticised for what amounts to a gross failure of responsibility, and surprised at the same time that he was not appointed captain of the school for the next half. I think he honestly believes that it is churlish of us not to regard him as an exception, one who should be free of the network of obligation that binds everyone else.
1983, Johnson becomes a leading member of Oxford University's male-only Bullingdon Club. During his tenure, the club's members indulge in sexist taunting, vandalism, restaurant trashing, bullying and ritual humiliation of the poor. One recruiter for the club will later describe it during Johnson's time, saying Bullingdon members
found it amusing if people were intimidated or frightened by their behaviour. I remember them walking down a street in Oxford in their tails, chanting "Buller, Buller," and smashing bottles along the way just to cow people. Boris was one of the big beasts of the club. He was up for anything. They treated certain types of people with absolute disdain and referred to them as plebs.
1984. Sixth former Damien Furness visits Johnson's Oxford College for his entrance interview. Many years later, he will relate what happened.
I was staying the night and had an evening to kill in the college bar. Johnson was propping it up with his coterie of acolytes, whose only apparent role in life was to laugh at his jokes. In the course of my pint, I felt obliged to finish. He mocked my speech impediment, my accent, my school, my dress sense, my haircut, my background, my father's work as a farm worker and garage proprietor, and my prospects in the scholarship interview I was there for. His only motivation was to amuse his posh boy mates.
1987. At the age of 23, Johnson marries the daughter of a millionaire art historian. Fresh out of university and aided by family connections, he lands a traineeship at the Times newspaper. 1988, Johnson is sacked as a trainee at the Times for making up a quote on his first front-page story. 1990, Johnson conspires with his Bullingdon Club friend Darius Guppy to have a fellow journalist assaulted. The two discuss in detail how badly assaulted the man will be, including cracked ribs and black eyes, before Johnson agrees to supply the journalist's address for the attack to be carried out.
Boris, have you got this number? How badly are you going to hurt this guy? Okay, let me explain this. You will not be put into intensive care or anything like that. Okay, Darius, I'll do it. Don't worry.
The conspiracy goes nowhere, and no attack happens. 1991. According to a friend of Johnson's wife, an incident occurs in which Johnson displays his frightening temper, after which his wife turns up at the friend's flat in Brussels looking shocked, scared and on the brink of tears. The marriage soon deteriorates as Johnson begins an affair with a barrister. 1993. Johnson gets his barrister girlfriend pregnant and is soon divorced for the first time. 1994. He is now a columnist for The Telegraph and The Spectator magazine. His columns include racially charged invectives such as slamming Nelson Mandela for the, quote, tyranny of black majority rule in post-apartheid South Africa, and describing Chinese workers as, quote, puffing coolies. 1995. He describes the children of single mothers as, quote, ill-raised, ignorant, aggressive and illegitimate, saying it is, quote, outrageous that married couples should pay for the single mother's desire to procreate independently of men. In the same piece, he dismisses working-class men as, quote, likely to be drunk, criminal, aimless, feckless and hopeless. 1998. Delighting in the resignation of gay Cabinet Minister Peter Mandelson for accepting an undisclosed loan from a friend, Johnson describes the gay community as, quote, tank-topped bumboys. 1999, Johnson is made editor of The Spectator magazine, promising owner Conrad Black he will not stand to be an MP. 2000, Johnson begins a relationship with one of his employees. He promises her that he will leave his wife to marry her. He does not leave his wife. 2001, breaking his promise to the owner of The Spectator, Johnson stands to be an MP. He now promises voters in Henley that if they vote for him, he will step down as editor of The Spectator. That June, he becomes MP for Henley. He does not step down as editor of The Spectator. In a book he writes during the election campaign, Johnson compares equal marriage to a union between 3 men and a dog. 2002, writing in The Spectator, Johnson defends British colonialism in Africa, saying, "The problem is not that we were once in charge, but that we are not in charge anymore." Left to their own devices, the natives would rely on nothing but the instant carbohydrate gratification of the plantain. Meanwhile, in The Telegraph, he describes black Africans as, quote, flag-waving pickaninnies with watermelon smiles. 2003, Johnson is made vice chair of the Conservative Party and shadow arts minister. 2004, rumours circulate that Johnson has got one of his employees pregnant, resulting in her having an abortion. Johnson slams the suggestion as, quote, complete balderdash and an inverted pyramid of piffle, and assures Conservative Party leader Michael Howard that the claim is untrue. In reality, the rumours are entirely true. Johnson is sacked from his position as Tory Vice Chair and Shadow Minister for lying to the party leader. 2005, Johnson steps down as editor of The Spectator. Advising his successor on how to deal with a senior female colleague, he says, just pat her on the bottom and send her on her way. 2008, Johnson becomes Mayor of London. 2009, he fathers a child with an unpaid advisor to City Hall. 2013, the Court of Appeal throws out an injunction that has until now prevented Johnson being named as the father of the child. 3 judges rule that the public has a right to know about Johnson's, quote, reckless behaviour. By now, Johnson is having an affair with an American technology entrepreneur. Her company will receive £26,000 of public money while Johnson is mayor. She will later receive a £100,000 government grant intended for UK operating businesses, even after relocating to California the previous year. 2014, Johnson denies at least 17 times that he will stand as an MP while still in post as Mayor of London. 2015, Johnson stands as an MP while still in post as Mayor of London. 2016, hedging his bets, Johnson drafts 2 Brexit articles, one pro-Leave and the other pro-Remain. In his pro-Remain article, Johnson says the UK should remain, quote, intimately engaged in the EU, and that Brexit could cause an economic shock, the diminishing of Britain on the world stage, and the breakup of the Union. 2 days later, Johnson announces he will be campaigning for Vote Leave. On June 23rd, Britain votes to leave the EU. Prime Minister David Cameron resigns. Johnson is the leading figure to replace him, but his leadership campaign soon implodes when his own campaign manager, Michael Gove, says that Johnson is, quote, not capable of leading the country. Instead, Cameron is succeeded by Theresa May. She makes Johnson Foreign Secretary. 2017, Johnson fails to impress in the role, making a series of dangerous gaffes. Most notably, he significantly undermines the legal case of Nazanin Zaghari Ratcliffe, a British Iranian held in Iran on charges of espionage. It will be a further 5 years before she is finally released. 2018, Johnson resigns as Foreign Secretary and returns to his £250,000 a year job as a columnist for the Daily Telegraph. He's soon using his column to label women who wear burqas as, quote, letterboxes. His brother Leo, who's married to a Muslim, slams Johnson for his, quote, bigotry. In the week following his outburst, Islamophobic incidents increase across the UK by almost 400%. Almost half of all reported in-person abuse directly references Boris Johnson or the language he used. Johnson is now having an affair with Carrie Symonds, a former communications director for the Conservative Party. Johnson and his wife will soon separate. 2019, police are called to Symonds' South London flat after reports of a serious altercation. Neighbours report hearing a woman screaming, followed by slamming and banging. Symonds is reportedly heard screaming at Johnson to, quote, get off me and get out of my flat. Symonds will soon be expecting a baby. It is the 5th time as a married man that Johnson has made another woman, who isn't his wife, pregnant. On the 19th of July, following an internal Conservative Party coup against Theresa May, Johnson fulfills his lifetime ambition and becomes Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Everything in this film was known before the Tory Party made him Prime Minister. His tenure has been an administrative and a moral failure. The question now is, what will Conservative MPs do about it?
You ready? You're going to be a part of history. It's never been done the first time. Shaggy alongside Chronix.
Yeah, the Maroons are making history right now. Yes. What was hidden from the wise and the prudent shall reveal unto the babes and the suckling. Ain't no ugly duckling around here. Let's go, people. Let's go. This is Shaggy.
That you wish you never burned that bridge. Oh no, 'cause now you like the cross. That you wish you never burned that bridge.
Oh, see if you touch my blood clot here, me ain't a problem. Suck on the mother.
That you wish you never burned that bridge. Oh no,
suck on the mother. Everybody go up on this blood clot every night. You can't come touch my thing. Suck on the mother.
What I know. DJ.
Here's up.
Hold on. How did that get into the mix? How did that get into the mix? My God, how did that get into the mix? That is Shaggy, right? That is Shaggy, Mr. Bombastic. My God.
Alright. Boss, if you touch my blood clot here, me ain't a problem. Suck on the mother.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my.
Suck on the mother.
Oh, my God.
Suck on the mother.
Oh, my God.
Everybody go up on this blood clot every night. You can't come touch my thing. Go suck on the mother.
Suck. Yeah, you hear me? The phone line open right now, you know. The phone line is open. I have to go to the UK. I have to go to the UK, people. This was not meant to come up right now, people. I don't know. The engineer went ahead and did that. My gosh. Did you hear what Shaggy said a while ago? The engineer, could you cue back that for a minute? Oh Lord, Popcorn lawyers threatened to swear the Jamaica Constabulary Force. My God, let's get the phone lines open. 260-209-8730. This is Shaggy alongside Chronics. Yeah. Ease. This is the most realistic show on any platform right now. We do not beep, we do not cut.
That you wish you never burned that bridge. Oh no, 'cause now you like the crossing. That you wish you never burned that bridge. Oh no, now you like the crossing. That you wish you never burned that bridge. Oh no, 'cause now you like the crossing. That you wish you never burned that bridge. Oh no, now you like the crossing. Climbing up the ladder, you better watch your step. Show you a fix, so watch the moves you make. Careful of the people
that you disrespect. Hold on, I think I'm getting 10 Downing Street. Hold on. I'm trying to get 10 Downing Street. 10 Downing Street. Hold it.
Yes, Rascal.
Grand Rising, Doctor. I'm calling you Dr. Dean today. Dr. Dean, how are you, sir? How are you?
Yes, sir. This has been very, very well as usual.
Yeah.
The sun is shining, so we're giving thanks. You see?
My
yes,
God.
Sir.
Billy, we understand that you burned 3 red candle, 2 yellow candle, and 4 white, and you sent it to Downing Street saying that there can be no other way than a resignation. Talk to me. What's happening in the UK? The whole world right now. My God.
Globally. And we run. Yes, you see. So this is why we're saying to you, brother, that everything we do, we say what we're going to do and we do it because it's just a profit thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
You understand me? The good has to control the thing. So what I'm going to say to you now is, you are genuinely the president for the totalwebsitebuilders.com. So what we're going to do now, we're going to bring the thing to another high level. You understand? Yeah. And we're going to give you guys instructions as to how we're going to do the training courses. For the
no, Billy, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about Boris Johnson, Billy. That's what I called you about. I know your website is published out there, but you are our link inside the UK. We want to know on the ground this dismantling of the British Empire, because we, the Maroon, with 284 years, we're not asking for our freedom. We're dismantling this spiritually and physically. Talk to me about that before you get into your website that is also a Maroon enterprise.
Definitely. Well, what they've been doing, Boris and the rest of them, they try to sabotage people like us. So when we do our thing, you have the banks and people like that, they try to reduce our incomes. They'll try to steal our money. But because they can't steal it nowadays, they just hold it for 90 days and then they apologize, you understand, and give it back to us, you understand? So with that strategy now, we just explain to them that if they continue to do that, they're going to have an interview, a public meeting. And with that public meeting, we know that they're going to have to say to us before that meeting, if they tell a lie, they will resign. So instead of them having to tell the lie and resign, they just resign. It's warfare.
So with this resignation, we hear that Boris is saying that he wants to stay on for an extra 3 months, although he has resigned and his cabinet. Talk to me.
Yeah, Boris Johnson's a big baby. He's a failure. He's somebody who, like I said, he's broken laws in the UK. He was born in America. He's got an Indian lady in his cabinet saying that people who are born abroad and break the law in the UK should be sent back to where they come from. So even he should be sent back to America. He's an idiot. He's a law.
We call him Boris Johnson the baboon. That's what we call him, the baboon.
We call him a coon. Boris Johnson is a white coon. What Boris Johnson is? Boris Johnson, he's someone who will do anything that Biden tells him to do because he's a coon. A coon is a person, whether they're black or white, who acts like a fool to satisfy white supremacists and slave traders. Coon is. That's what Boris Johnson is.
But with this revelation out, Billy, the rest of the Bulla Club, because they're called the Bulla Club, the Bullinger Club. Does this mean that we're going to get to the heart of the Bullinger Club, Billy?
Yes, it does. All of them are exposed. Cameron, for example, he gave £30 million to a big fat white lady, and she helped she claimed to help some black people, and then after she helped those black people, they said that all of them were using the money for drugs and they ended up in prison. But when we mentor people with no government funding, all of those people end up with degrees and running their own businesses. So, they can make their own mind up.
So we do have a situation here, people. We're talking to Billy, of course.
Yes.
Billy, now you can tell us a bit about the progress that the network has been making, because we know that you have overcome a lot of the obstacle that they tried to put in your way over the years. Talk to me about this network empire that you're building.
Yeah, well, with the Educators Network, even this morning we had a large amount of red peppers and things like that, Scotch bonnet peppers coming in from the Caribbean, which is not a usual thing. And the people who brought it over, the lady's actually got an export license. Another thing we're doing with the banking system as well is we're generating an income from things that we actually grow ourselves. You understand?
Yeah.
So the good thing about that is that we can encourage people in Jamaica and across the Caribbean to do the same. I think with immediate effect, we have to start saying to people in Jamaica, find a premises where we can just get the young people to build a premises on there, find some land rather, or even places that are already built, and we just refurbish them, and they need youth centres and things like that in Jamaica. The problem that we have is that places like Judgment Yard, which is an actual tourist attraction, people are scared to go there now. That's the one place that people would have wanted to go to. You understand? Yeah. And then with what's happening with this thing here, where we don't know what's happening in St. Andrew in Jamaica. We don't know whether Andrew Holness is that thick. We don't know. Why don't they have soldiers and police protecting the Judgment Yard and places like that? It's a tourist attraction. It's got a museum there.
Well, Billy, you have to understand that we are on the verge of reclaiming Nyankopong that you call Jamaica, because we do not refer to it as Jamaica anymore, because Jamaica is a corporation that is owned by the Crown, and the Crown is nothing more than a stealing place with a queen where all these stolen goods. We in Nyankopong right now, we are giving the Crime Minister a few more. The Crime Minister, Andrew Holness as the name, as he is the CEO for the Corporation of Jamaica, to relinquish power back to the Nyankopong Maroons, who actually have 284 years under their belt, while the corporation only have governance for 60 years under occupation. So as far as what takes place in Judgment Yard, we have spoken with Kalonji Top Brass, and we understand that that took place is a domestic situation where the Chinese bringing in guns and giving to our people is something that is swept under the rug by the corporation led by the crime minister. So there's a lot of things that we're trying to iron out, and we want to tell our people out there that we don't call them tourists because tourists sound like terrorists. We want to tell our brothers and sisters who want to visit Nyankopong to be very mindful that if you go to Nyankopong, respect the Maroon in all its capacity, because we are the true leaders of Nyankopong, not the corporation of Jamaica.
Truly. So have you spoken to Kalonji lately? Have you spoken to him in person?
Well, Kalonji has been captured by DJ Khalib with his gifts, spoils, and benefits. You all know that some of these entertainers are clowns, and we're not saying Kalonji is clowning around, but he has that amendment to his name, seeing that.
Yeah, but that was an old video. That video with DJ Khaled was January this year. You understand me? That's not a recent video.
Well, DJ Khalib and his propaganda machine for the whoring of the reggae music and dancehall fraternities. We're concerned about it as Maroons, because we know that some of these people who are whoring out the entertainment fraternity is also part of the Masonic component that is causing the problem. But Sizzla Kalonji, we spoke to someone who actually, full circle, who actually has his in-depth connection inside Judgment Yard, and we were told that violent death that the young man met was because of some gang feud that is going on, and they're looking into it. Miguel Collins, aka Sizzla, is okay. Yes.
The place to pass through where like one gang would use it as a shortcut to go and attack another gang, and the man was telling them to stop that, and Kalonji wasn't there at the time, and that's how I heard it. Man, I don't like the way what they don't understand is that man there was actually the selector for Jalov Sound when Brigadier Jerry and then big artists used to DJ on it. You understand? So when they put it out there that he's a bodyguard, no, don't say he's a bodyguard. Those people are trying to say that they don't want to imply Sizzla. You understand? When they are more like the police were doing more than Sizzla. You understand?
Well,
you see?
So, you know how the corporation work. The corporation will defile and defraud our people and character assassinate them in all aspects. The young man who died, we understand that he was enforcing that no weapon should come onto the compound, because the compound has a lot of brothers and sisters who are returning to Judgment Yard, and because of him not having that as a part of the day-to-day runnings, people see him as a threat. As you know, the government of the Corporation of Jamaica has given our people death over life. People are willing to die more than to live. So that sort of grievance is going on. But talking about Miguel Collins, we also have on our desk here where Andre Sutherland, aka the Poppy Show, Popcorn, has been into some fracas. Talk to me. What are you hearing on the ground, Billy?
Well, really and truly, I heard that he's actually he's been released from from Heathrow Airport. I heard that it was an incident where it wasn't the police in Jamaica. I heard it was the but I don't believe Jamaica still, but they were saying that it was the Interpol that done that. You know what I mean? That told them to stop him. But I'm only going by what updates I've had, because I was very interested in that, because he was in the UK. We wanted to know if we would need to go to the airport to help him or anything like that. You understand?
Yeah.
So I did look into it, but yeah, you're right. It's just one of those situations.
We are looking into that. Our sources are telling us, the newsman, so we have a clip where Poppy was deported from Barbados with some marijuana charges, it says here, and then they're also saying that he's friend with the white girl. I don't know how true it is, but they
said that he was caught with it. They didn't say he was selling it, but I believe this is how I look at it, brother.
Yes.
Some of those people, they go to those countries to give the youth money. So I'm going to say something in Popcorn's defense. While I say that that he should not be encouraging the use of that, he could have given the youth money for something else, but that's probably what the scenario was. You understand? You must have seen a youth selling these things and buy the thing, because that won't happen to you and me, because we don't buy that. You understand? You see? But he's a youth where get caught up in other things.
So you're saying that Poppy unintentionally bought the white lady without knowing it was the white lady?
No, he knew what it was, I would say that I wouldn't say you wouldn't know what it was. I would just say that if I've been on Harlesden High Street and bought a drawer from 10 different people before.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yes.
Yeah, see, so I know how to work to think, but the thing is with me, it's only ganja, you understand? Yeah. And that time I'll have my own ganja in my pocket already, you understand? It's just an excuse to get a youth money. You see? You see?
But you can confirm that the Poppy Show, the popcorn is out and running right now.
I can't confirm it because I haven't seen him physically, but yes, the English police do have a fear of making things happen like that. You know what I mean? So I would say that, yeah, there was proof of life as far as I saw.
Yes. I applaud you, like myself, living in a society where white supremacy is very prevalent. We have a lot of damages that have been done to our maroon people under the White Supremacy Act. Billy, you have seen a lot of unfolding as a maroon living in the British Empire right now. Is there a lot of concern that the ignoring of our plight as a nation of the Maroons is going unheard? Because we haven't seen any substantial changes to correct the wrongs that have been done.
Yeah. The only way we can start to correct the wrongs is when we start getting people quoting the things like what I sent out yesterday. I had about 20 people call me today as a result of the words what we use, yeah? And one of the examples is, it was just almost tear-jerking. The black woman, imagine, she's on television. She's, I know I wouldn't vote for Donald Trump, yeah, but she's a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
And the people, they kept on, like, attacking her. And I had to say, hold on a minute, I actually agree with this woman. Because her son turned transsexual, yeah? And she's saying she wants to call her son a man. And would you believe the people are getting upset with her because they want to call him a woman?
Yes.
That's how we have to wake people up. Because it's only when I started responding to that, people started waking up. You know how many people don't realize that they're programmed to be they're programmed to grow up in their life without reproducing. They want the white man people to die without reproducing. That is the white man's aim goal, yeah. And for them to be discrediting people before they die is another goal of theirs. You know what I'm saying? So if the people are straight, credible black men and black women who are reproducing and guiding people in the correct direction, they know that they're gonna have black prime ministers and black presidents who are honest and helping each other. So they don't want that. They want puppet leaders who are faggots or has got something to lie about. You understand? So we're not, we're just telling them to straight. Because we can't help them to not straight. You understand?
Yeah, well, we do not tolerate any sort of lean talk.
No.
People, in case you're just joining us, we're dealing with we're calling him Ambassador. Consul General Dean B. Saxon, and of course he is inside the British Empire. Of course, we are taking over. The Queen has relinquished the Buckingham Palace for months now. It has been growing cobwebs. No sign is up on the gate, Billy, and people are concerned that there is no such royalty in the British anymore. And with this,
I just take it back. See, the truth of the matter is that the people know, the worst kept secret is that Prince Charles can trust us more than he can trust his own brother. So that's how life is, And
Prince Charles can be what?
He can trust us more than he can trust his own brother, and we don't even trust him. You understand?
Yes.
So you understand me? Because Prince Charles can sit down and smoke ganja with Peter Tosh and everything, Chris. You understand? And the thing.
We do know that the circumstances under which Lady Diana had met her demise is still being questioned, and Charles, they say, have blood on his hand, and he's heading for the throne.
Yeah, but her son, Prince Charles is Lady Diana's son.
Yeah,
the one with the ginger hair looks just like his bodyguard.
The jacket. I mean the outside child Harry.
Yeah. It's obviously that William or whatever his name is dad.
Yeah.
The one that's married to the black woman, his dad is the ginger hair brother that was his bodyguard.
Yes.
Lady Diana said that was his rock. That's why
rumor had it that Charles don't have a good sized pecker, so he couldn't peck anything. And Diana loved to be pecked. That's why she went over to the Arab side trying to get a maroon. She wanted to get a peck out of it.
Yeah, but yeah, Diana, yeah, she went about a bit. I mean, I would say that she did put it about a bit. She wasn't the best role model for females, but yeah, I think Diana. I thought it was very sad when Diana died. Actually, to be honest with you, you know what I mean? It made me sad.
Well, you know, we all feel sad for any sort of lose of life, but the German family that is actually being called British now, because it was relieved this morning that the Prime Minister of the Corporation of the UK, the baboon, Boris Johnson, is actually an American. So I don't understand it.
America. Yeah, that's right. And he was a lawbreaker as well. That's actually on Big Nail TV on YouTube. If people go to Big Nail TV on YouTube, they can see the whole story of Boris Johnson. We revealed it before, just that they knew now that what I'll explain something to you. They tried to take our website down.
Yes.
And because we annihilated their cyber attack, they had to respect us and resign. It's as simple as that.
Yes. You're getting it live and clear here, people. The resignation of Boris Johnson here on the 7th of the 7th, 22 is all courtesy of our Maroons that we're doing some very spiritual work under the quiet people. They say heights of great man reach and kept was not attained by sudden flight, but while they're sleeping. We're digging up the graves from 18th and 17th century because we have to wash up these bones and present them so these people, our ancestors, can fight the battle that is needed. Last but not least from you, Dr. Dean, Shaggy has came out with a lot of S your mother and bomber clot in Germany. Is it true that Shaggy may have drinking the mad post space or?
I'd just say that at that point they were trying to touch his music equipment, and he wanted to come to the stage. I personally wouldn't have advised him to use those words, but you know, his performance was off the scale. It was an excellent performance. He had captured the crowd, but I think his friend had got murdered in America, and I know that movie that he might have been in. You know what I mean? Sometimes you'll be shouting at people who you would not normally have shouted at because you've just heard bad news. You know?
Hold on. You stop the music for me, DJ, because this is why we have to link with our correspondent globally. Billy, you're saying that word from the grapevine that Shaggy had lost someone and he was a bit emotional, unbalanced. Why he may have uttered these words? Are you saying that?
Correct, yeah. I'm saying that on that occasion, apart from the people on the stage, you know, wanting to hurry up or wanting to move his equipment or whatever, his friend called in America, I can't remember his name now. Not Turbulence. Can't remember his name, but he got shot and killed in America on the.
The young youth in Atlanta that was shot in Atlanta. I heard.
That's right. He was a part of the alliance.
Yes.
Yeah. So that could have been impacted on the way he felt. I know it's his good friend who was on a video. The last video he done, he recorded it with him. So that could be it. What's his name again? Do you remember his name?
I think it's an Appliance or one of these names. I'm going to get our news team to get on top of. We did not see
like that.
Yeah, we did not see the connection. We honestly didn't see the connection right there. But
he would have been in a bad mood. He would have heard that, and plus as well, remember he's also in that mode where he wants people to say, "Yeah, quite, you want to do that with Vito." You know what I mean? Knowing that he's got his security and his gunman security and all that. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? So
but people of the industry says that Shaggy is a man of God. He doesn't have these derogatory words in his vocabulary, and to really hear these words from Shaggy, I think that people will tend to disassociate himself. They're saying that you expect Vybz Kartel and others to have these words in their vocabulary, but not Shaggy. What do you have to say to these critics?
Yeah, and that goes a long way towards explaining exactly why I said that it's out of character for him to do that, and maybe it's because of what he went through. Because when you're going through any kind of bereavement, you know, you go through shock, you go through sadness, you go through all types of emotions before it actually sinks in. You know what I mean? So that could be the case that he was out of character and probably wouldn't swear in that environment again. You know what I mean? But it didn't do his performance any harm. You know?
Yes.
They still loved him afterwards. You know what I mean?
Yo, Billy, it's always a pleasure touching base with you. I don't know if there's anything you want our audience to know further, because we just touch on the points that
tune to us every time, because that's where the real updates come from.
Yeah. Thank you.
God bless you. All right.
Have a blessed. Yes, that is Billy D over there from the UK. And as you heard a while ago, this outburst from Shaggy may have stemmed from losing a friend, or DJ is telling us that the tape is up again. Are we going to play it its entirety? Let's see if we can get it back here. This is Shaggy, Mr. Boombastic.
Alright. Don't say if you touch my blood clot here, me ain't a problem. Suck on the mother. Suck on the mother. Suck on the mother. Everybody I go up on this blood clot every night, and they can't come touch my thing, because suck on the mother. Let's go. You ready? Hands up! 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 1, 2, 3.
Yes! Yes, I big up to the man named Assailant, you know what I mean? Rest in peace, rest in peace. Shaggy! I bet your bitch you never burned that bridge. Let us see if we can go to the Bounty Killer camp in a minute. Hold on. Yeah.
I bet you wish you never burned that bridge. Cause now you like to cross it. Bet you wish you never burned that bridge.
Now it's time to cross it.
Climbing up the ladder, you better watch your step.
Yes, I good riddance to the baboon, Boris Johnson. Good riddance. I want them charging for war crime.
Cause when you're coming down, they might not wanna treat you right. And when you're coming down, that's when you are.
Gotta big up our massive over Twitter. Yes, big up to the massive them over Twitter right now.
And now the tables turn and everything I come to life. I bet you wish you never burned that bridge.
Oh no, cause now we'll like to cross it.
I bet you wish you never burned that bridge. Oh no,
I said now you like to cross it.
Big
up to the man named Ambassador Michael Paul Brown.
But you wish you never burned that bridge.
But now it's like to cross it.
It's no coincidence the people you meet. You have to be careful how you move in the street.
The numbers is open 260-209-8730. Yes, I know you're up on the slave. Big up all of the free people, them. The Maroons celebrating 284 years. We are the true Khalifa. Again.
When you are because the river in a dark, you burn on, you move in the past, so your future lead you to the same path. Ease up.
I bet you wish you never burned that bridge. Oh no,
cause now you like to cross.
I wish you never burned that bridge. Again.
I bet you wish you never burned that bridge. Oh no, cause now you like to cross it. That you wish you never burned that bridge. Oh no, now you like to cross
it. Wish you never burned that bridge, right? The phone lines is going to be up right now. Where we going? We're going to Beaker Bailey. You know that right now we believe that the likes of Beaker Bailey, he is inside of the United States. Yes, he's doing the Boombox Friday. And we have all rights to the Boombox Friday. As you know, we know that he is one of the entourage that has been doing big things. But let's see if we get Beaker Bailey on our line. We know that he has traveled over here. He's not in Jamaica this morning. We got a clip the other day, and Beaker Bailey was heading somewhere outside of the country. Beaker Bailey is no stranger when it comes on to how we touch base. He may not have his things lined up. Our DJ is telling us that we may have to link him forward. He is traveling with the likes of Harry Toddler and so forth, but we will get onto that. We also going back over to the UK to find out some more details, because now that we're understanding that the likes of Popcorn has been freed, we may have to get some more details on it. Our friend G Mafia is slated to be on one of the big links over there, and we want to let him know that there is a lot of things that's popping. It's the UK people, and whatever happens in the UK, we have to be on top of it. You know that Mr. Ian Ramsey, he may be on the JOB. He's always working. Yo! Wait up on the JOB. You're up on the JOB, my lad. Yo! Wait up on the JOB. Wait up on the JOB.
No, me I drive.
Yo, we understand that we understand that the show that Poppy is supposed to be on your bill for that show too. This is a famous G Mafia, one of our brethren, and I hope his wife is beautiful. Wife is there, he's a family man and everything. Wagwan Mafia! Wagalang! Well, I don't know. But yeah, everything bless.
Everything great.
Yeah, we see you create a storm in the UK, and the UK is your home now. You're the mega star over there. You have several #1 hits blazing over in the US. We wonder when we're going to get you over here, but you're slated to perform in the UK on some of the big shows. Talk to me. Can I get 5 minutes to find out what's popping with you?
Yeah, literally. I'm literally pulling up at that spot, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on, man. I got my album finishing up now, and I got some singles dropping soon. You know, a couple shows coming up in the summer. So yeah, there's a lot going on, bro. A lot.
I like that.
I can't count.
I like that. Now, talk to me. You have made your mark in the music fraternity. You're slated to be on some shows. What are some of the shows that you're slated to be on? I think our engineer is pulling up the file as we speak right now.
Yeah, so you don't know, I'll be on UK Fully Loaded Fest. That's this Saturday. And then I got a couple shows in Birmingham in August. I'm going to be on Hype. Our next show in August, Hype in the Park, I think. So I got my album launch, which I'll be doing in London. So there's a lot going on, bro. And I got a couple of videos to drop. So yeah, there's a lot going on. Hundreds, I can't count. I can't keep up.
With this going on, shed some light. Your stablemate, that's what we're gonna call him right now, Poppy Popcorn, has gone international with him being apprehended at the airport. Is the Fully Loaded one of these shows that Poppy is supposed to be on also?
No, he wasn't booked for Fully Loaded. I think he was coming to do a few interviews and some recordings and a music video. But obviously, the details of what happened at the airport, I'm not 100% sure, because obviously most people didn't know what happened until he posted it. So I think today is when I'm going to find out, like, really what's going on in terms of if he's been released and if he's been let in the country. You know what I mean?
Yes. Our news team is telling us that his legal team is suing the Jamaica Corporation because they say that they're the one who instigated that pullover by the immigration in the UK. Now, that is far-fetched from you. We wanted to just know if everything was good in that dimension. But you mentioned an album, G Mafia. What's the name of the album and how many tracks slated to be on this album?
Yeah, so the album is going to have at least
13 tracks. It's more like of a mixtape album, and it's gonna name So the Thing Set, which is the lead single, and that's gonna be dropped next week, premiering on BBC, obviously, and Capital Extra.
Wow.
So it's a banger. All the tracks are completed. We're literally mixing and mastering and getting the few bits them together, you know?
As you know, we have several of your tracks rotating on Fresh Radio Vibes here. One of our favorite is one of the tune Hot Topic, you know what I mean? And we also have the O Official Clean plus the big one. Now G Mafia, I noticed that I won't call name, but I'll have to call it the brother from down Marchpen Road who usually par with Dave Shaw, who actually live in the said community that you live. You have surpassed that brother in great numbers. What's going on? Talk to me.
No, I think it's just the effort and the amount of work you put in, because I'm always consistent. I'm always have bangers playing on the most of the main stations. I've got that consistency. Videos always been releasing. I've always been reinventing myself. That's one thing that you need to do. You got most of these young artists coming out now and they're singing all type of crap. And I'm not an artist who wants to sing about crap, but you have to reinvent yourself in some form of way where you're relevant. You know what I mean? So I think that's what I've got over most of them. The relevancy, staying relevant, and always reinventing myself and sounding fresh, like, you know.
Well, I think what you have over them is that you're grassroots. You've been working this industry for a long time, so nobody's supposed to see G Mafia and believe that he just arrived. G Mafia have paid his dues, and I was surprised that the Marchpen people, the youth from Marchpen Road that I'm talking about, who know my virgin Dave Shaw, who gave him the first gold chain, is Stylo G. And people, I am still waiting for Stylo to come to his senses. Is it that you don't want to do a combination with Stylo, or it's just not ready yet? Talk to me, because that is that's a mega $1 million record right there, you know. Stylo, G Mafia, Stylo. The chemistry would be incredible. Talk to me.
Yeah, definitely. And in fact, the lead single from my album, So the Thing Set, we are literally gonna do a remix, me and Stylo G and this next artist.
Yo, people, me tell you, so all the Fresh Radio Vibes alone, you can't hear them city of people.
Yeah, it's gonna be 4 artists, Stylo G, Lord God, and the next artist named Big Zeeks. So they have all recorded their parts already. We're just waiting on Stylo. He's in Europe. He's coming back early next week.
Wow. Yo, I rate you for these links, you know. On a serious note, G Mafia, my brother, that is what I was looking for. And I believe that now that you've made your entrance via the UK market, what exactly is G Mafia looking to accomplish? Because you have great ambitions and things. Talk to me.
No, the first thing is obviously I want to establish myself obviously as a dancehall artist, but not a UK dancehall artist. I only live in the UK. I'm not a UK dancehall artist. I wasn't born here. So I'm bringing the culture authentic as it is, but at the same time, you're crossing over to a bigger market. Because what I understand in the UK, if you get the big crowd, like the 20,000 people, they want to hear that authentic dancehall. That's why Popcorn and them artists always gather the crowd, because that's what the people want to hear. They don't want to hear no water, no nothing. You know what I mean? So me in the UK now, I've established myself where even when I go some places where I think or I thought I'm not known, some people there know my songs. I performed last week in this place named Basingstoke, and it's a fully, I would say mostly white dominant community, and they were singing Woy. They were literally singing Woy. Word for word.
Yeah.
Everybody. Roll up in the fat coop, Woy. They know that song, bro. You know what I mean? And it made my performance much easier. You know what I mean? And I'm also booked for a next show because I did that show so well. I've been asked about a next show coming up in October in the same area.
Yeah.
So I think, so that's what I'm focusing on, bro. Getting that authentic.
So in a nutshell, you're saying that your patois language that people tell us in a Jamaica said sound bad, you know, chat good. You are making that imprint. You live in the UK, but it's not a Cockney dancehall. It's an authentic dancehall.
All right.
Jesus.
Exactly.
Peace.
That's the way I'm doing it. And guess what? It's working. If you look at most of the viral videos, for example, if the other day this Skillibeng song has gone viral, and when I look at TikTok and Instagram, I'm seeing all the white girls them dancing to it, and they know the word, and he's DJing raw. He's DJing raw patwa. So why should I come here? And because I live here, I'm gonna try to deliver my product in a more softer tone, because I want people that they need to understand the patwa, because that's how the music sound good when we deliver it in patwa. You know what I mean?
And now that Shaggy has tell the entire world to go suck them, you know what, and tell them some bumbo clot in their ears. We can't put back the genie in the buckle, mafia.
No. That's how I tell them, man. They can't water down the thing. The water down the thing, people is gonna be like, that's not dance. What is he saying? Like the other day I went somewhere. I went to this event the other day and I was talking to some people, and because everybody was white and stuff, I was trying to like, hi, good evening, my name is Ian, and everybody's like, he's not from Jamaica.
All right.
I had to let the Jamaican know. I said, Wagwan.
Medea.
And everybody was like, Wagwan.
Yeah.
Everybody was involved in my speech. The minute I become full Jamaican, so it just goes to show, bro, you have to just stay article, you know what I mean?
You talk about
stay authentic.
You talk about authentic. You've mentioned the name of the album. You've mentioned how many tracks are there. How many combination can we look for? You just said about a refix with Stylo G for the first track. Is there anything of a surprise that we need to expect, or this is just Ian Ramsey, aka G Mafia, stepping through the dancehall door on his own to make that footprint?
No, definitely no. I've got a song, me and Young Saber. He's a dancehall artist. He's sort of a grind dancehall artist over here. He's doing well. We got a bang at the job. That's on the album too. I've got a next song, me and this young girl. Her name is Pretty X. You know, we're singing about, I cheat and she cheat, but for some reason we still fall in love with each other.
Yeah.
Even though both of us cheat. And I've got a next song again with my artist. His name is Cry Boss. He's on it too. So I've got some features on it, plus the remix, which is gonna drop after the solid thing set. So yeah, there's a lot going on. And I've got a next grime remix, which is coming out in August, with about 5 or 6 top grime artists. I've got the lead song, but I've done the remix, so that one's coming out too. And I'm gonna be on the most of the grime station. So I'll be getting a next crowd there, you know, a next set of fans. So yeah, there's a lot going on the album. As I said, it's not about me DJing about chop and I mean I chop this, I mean I chop that. I do have some authentic music on it, you know what I mean?
I wanted to ask if there's any roots and culture on it, because I know you're a dancehall artist, you know. You're a dancehall artist. But I know that any stage that we put you on, whether it be one drop or 40, any tempo them kick off, you are ready for it. The basing us to dancehall, is it all dancehall rhythm or a bit of pop mix into it? Talk to me about that.
So authentically it's mostly dancehall, but I've got like different type and tempo of the beats. Instead of going all of them 110, I got some which is 100. I got some which is like say 120. So the beats are different, and it's not the same tempo. I've used slow tempo. I've got a song on the name Angels. Angels are guide we every day when we wake up. So there's message music on it. I've got a song say so icy, so pricey. Look, we on feet and on Nike.
Yeah.
We got flossing song on it.
Yeah.
I've got, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a different vibe. I've got the next song. You never know me when me hungry. You never know me when me poor. So I've got topics on it too. So it's quite a range of different type of music. You know what I mean?
Yes. In case you're just joining
definitely.
us, in case you're just joining us, we're talking with G Mafia. And he's based in the UK. He is carrying the Nyankopong flag high, because you don't know him a maroon by birth. So he is flying over there. He has made himself into who he is right now by working from grassroots come up, is not anybody into the music fraternity. You name it, the Bunty, the Beanie, the Spragga, everybody know who G Mafia is. Now that the Billboard, I am hoping that we see this breakthrough not only in the UK but across Europe. How does one follow G Mafia when it comes on to his interaction, when it comes on to delivery and his product? How can we be a part of this movement?
Yeah, so definitely. So G Mafia, I've got 2 pages. I've got one main page on Instagram, which is G Mafia, GMAFFIAH, and then I've got the G Mafia fan page. So on the G Mafia page, I'm revamping it. I've done a photo shoot, so that one I'll be my management will be managing that one. But my fan page, I'll be managing my fan page where people can get updates. So if you go on my G Mafia fan page, you will see all the shows coming up, which I've got coming up in the future, and any interviews and stuff like that, and just my daily life if I'm out with my family and stuff. So you can get me on the Instagram or TikTok, and as I said, it's G Mafia, GMAFFIAH, and you get all the information. If you want to book me on shows or gigs, whether it's local or international, you get to me on those pages.
Now that Shaggy has come out of the woodwork, people are calling him a bad boy, G Mafia. The Bumbo Clat and Ross Clat, is it permitted on the stage in the UK?
Yeah, definitely, man. Some people don't understand what it means, so you can. If your show has that in it, obviously, if you're on live radio, you tend to not do that. But
yes,
and there's some stations you can, if it's like underground or internet station. But generally, if you're on a stage show, you can sing what they want, man. It's part of you expressing yourself.
They're saying that assailant was murdered in Atlanta, and he was a friend of Shaggy, and that's why his moods may have been in that swing. Do you think that this would tarnish his career or build up his career?
No, I wouldn't think it would tarnish his career, man. It's Bumbo Clat, man. It's normal. It's our dialect. There's nothing wrong speaking. There's beer near Bumbo Clat. There's a cigarette near Bumbo Clat. You know what I mean? So he's expressing himself, saying, "Listen, man, what's going on with my stage?" And maybe he's just out of his character slightly, but at the same time, I mean, with assailant, it's just a bit sad. You know what I mean? To know that a very talented artist just lose his life because of whatever reason,
I'm trying to get Rodney Price. Trying to see if I get the Alliance on later on. We're on for the next hour and a half. Of course, G Mafia, you are a brother to the cause, and I hope that people in the UK, because I have a lot of brethren over there who know what's going on, they comfort and support you. The branding of G Mafia, we're looking forward to that too, as far as the clothes wear, because you're an icon when it comes on to putting together those colognes and so forth. How is that going? And do you reach out to the big companies out there who wants to work with people like yourself as branding yourself out there through merchandise? What we have to say to them?
Yeah, definitely. There's a driver trying to block me.
Me the Shaggy come out today a while ago.
I have been approached by close people. I've got several clothes that's been sent to me, which I do wear when so. But my own branding, I'm working on that now. As I said, I'm revamping my G Mafia page and my Instagram with my management team. So we will be looking towards getting some gears up on my website, which is being built now as we speak. So yeah, there's a lot of branding, and obviously we're looking forward with this rebranding on my Instagram page. We're looking forward for people to come forward in terms of gears and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the works and planned in the works.
Yeah. Has the Sumfest team reached out to you to do a grand entrance onto the Sumfest stage as yet? Because we know that Joe is not too sensible when it comes on to finding the act, and it seems as if some of the acts that is the outside of Jamaica is not getting that flown in. We know the Length flew in Biggie Small and give him the royal treatment. Have any the promoters from up the ground in the Corporation of Jamaica reach out to your team to say, well, you can headline a show in your own home country where dancehall is supposed to be the god?
No, in fact, what they have done last time, they have tried to get some UK act on it, but they choose this next artist.
Yes.
So they gave one UK act a chance to perform on it, but they didn't contact me. But we're not really worried about it because I have performed on some place before.
Yes.
When I was in Jamaica, so shows like those would rather they come to us and give us a package more than trying to get us on it free.
Yeah, and
we're not so worried.
And of course, Vybz Kartel has broken the mold where virtual performances is something that is very credible. Are you open to virtual performances where people can book you via your virtual stance and showcase you globally? Are you open to those avenues?
Yeah, I'm open to that too, but I'm more open to traveling. I would rather be booked and travel and go and do the show live instead of doing it virtually. We're fully capable of traveling, we're fully documented and capable of traveling. So I would rather to do the traveling more than do the virtual. We're out of the pandemic, so it's possible.
Yeah.
Travel right now and do the shows.
I just want to say thank you. Last but not least, the Prime Minister of the UK has resigned. Is there anything you want to say on that? Because his resignation has sent out a shockwave through the corporations as to the failure in governance. Anything you want to? Is that a good thing or a bad thing in your perspective?
No, for me, because I don't really get caught up in the politics. Well, for me, I would say all of them should be blamed.
Oh,
it wasn't just him alone. All of them. You can't just. God. He's just a scapegoat. I know he was the leader, but it's all of them. Not go with the politics.
Yeah.
They make decisions together. He doesn't make decisions on his own.
Yeah. As a Maroon inside the British Empire, how is the racial opportunity? Is there any racial divide? How is the love? How is the love in the British Empire towards Maroons and mixture and everything?
No, I think with that, each person have their own. But for me, I've been truly blessed.
Okay.
I can't complain. But everybody has their own experience, but for me, the experience hasn't been bad. I have not been hold down or try to hold down. In fact, you can't hold me down because I'm Maroon and I've got the Maroon spirit in me, and that's traveling with me. So they can't stop my thing.
Listen me. You're a scorpion. If the tail doesn't get to the claws, will so. Don't mess with the scorpions. They're very, 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 very defensive. And I just want to say to you and your extended family, continue the hard work and building that empire. And I want love, my brother.
Yeah, definitely, brother. Big up yourself, man, and big up all of the fans, man, the people that are listening. You don't know. Log on to G Mafia page and download G Mafia music, Yeah. GMAFFIAH. You can't last.
G Mafia. One love, brother. Whoa!
Yes, brother. Big up.
Whoa. This is the brand new track from G Mafia on the album. Boy.
Style I kill them. Watch it, girl, them a pre me. Look why hate me. Pull it up again.
Yeah, we drop it like it's hot, cause it's hot,
Yo, Dark Charm.
This is my brother G Mafia. Check him out on him page. Yes. Boy.
Style I kill them. Watch it, girl, them a pre me. Look why hate me.
You're locked onto the #1 online radio station, Fresh Radio Vibes, broadcasting all the way from Indiana, USA.
The flow so sweet, diabetes.
Yes.
Kick them like when Messi get a free kick.
Yes.
Full up in the fat grip, neck full of drip.
Yes.
Hotter than a cup of hot chocolate. The style so sick, send for the nurse quick. Brands we a beat, no boy never beat it. Run the road like a.
Well, say if we get Bounty Kill up on the line, hold on there, Bounty, where you there?
No snow now fall, but me neck still a freeze. New kicks them a wonder when me get these. White tees, Nikes, take a girl in a east, turn a girl in a free. Come to see the Benz keys. Yeah, man squeeze, life gone with the breeze. Shot a sting like these, watch them a beg please. More gal, more G's, more liquor, more trees. Money enough up in a jeans when you see we.
So me sing, roll up in the fat jeep.
Whoa, thick fat time.
Whoa.
Style I kill them.
Boy.
Watch it, girl, them a pre me.
Boy.
Look why hate me.
Boy.
Children girl one date me. Boy. Take the clip off for safety. Boy. Tell the fool them to face me. Boy. When you see we roll up, thick fat style in a hand full up. Get any gal, me style no call up. Cologne smell so sweet like donut. Real straight talks, no fix, no runners. Have to make the money, cause the bang a phone up. Straight name brand, we no beat bogus. No shades from face, we no lose focus. Watch for your step when you approach us. Roll out so fresh, raw cash, no check, badness, don't take spot right. But
gotta big on the man DJ Uhuru inside the building, the ones and choice.
We alone bad, we no need friend, no know the shreps. Them not done pro yet, them not the flow yet. One bag of hype and nothing them no own yet. Oh yes, we taking off like a jet. Airport first class plane just touched down. VIP to custom.
We're all over the UK this morning. All over the UK. What's popping? Wait. Wait. Let me see if I can get 10 Downing Street. I want to see if I get 10 Downing Street this morning. My God, she may be busy. She may be busy. Boy.
We flow so sweet, yeah, diabetes.
Yes.
Kiss them like when Messi get a free kick.
Yes. I'm heading over to 10 Downing Street. Hold on, people.
We style so sick, send for the nurse quick. Brands we a beat the boy never beat.
Grand rising. How art thou this morning? My. Oh,
Lord. I'll give when I can. I give I'm good, Rasta.
Yes.
Thanks for the breath of life this afternoon.
My God. This is Lady C, your work and your efforts is very much appreciated, and I just want to call to see if we get an update on Nana McKnight situation there, because we don't want to pressure. We got a thing that the funeral is being arranged and all of this. Have you any update on Mama McKnight in Clarendon, the situation?
Well, yes. The funeral, she sent me the date, but I would have to check my file. This month, I think it was the 22nd of this month, we should be putting them to rest.
Yes.
And so far, we've collected £302.
Yes.
Others have come through. Yesterday, I sent, that's 54,000 Jamaican dollars.
Yes.
An emperor will be seen to present that to her today, because I know she was going to the Paula yesterday to look at the coffins. So, yeah, that's where Anna sent her the gold fund so she can actually see who was funded. We've had some of my colleagues who have funded privately. Mm-hmm. So that was sent. But yes, Raskadai, I sent her a text explaining how much yourself, I, Priest McGregor, have dug deep to put help. And some of the other Maroons.
Yeah,
my thing was...
Go ahead.
My thing, we've got so many of our Maroon people in the community, and they really didn't support the way I thought they would support. They want to go and support Ukrainians and etc. And in this sad time when Nana McKnight need us as a nation to support her.
Mm-hmm.
It was what I was expecting, but it's, as we stated, it's an ongoing thing. It's not just for today. So I'll be keep posting it, because after she's put her loved ones to rest, she's still going to maybe need counseling and nickel support. So whatever little, and we give thanks to those people that have actually put their hands in their pocket.
Yes.
It was the first one started off was a young man named Simon, and he put a $5. And Cindy, which I thought, well, it doesn't matter about the amount, because if enough of us put, then we would come to continue to support Nana McKnight.
Yes, in case you're just joining us, we're talking with Lady C. She has a GoFundMe on behalf of the Nyankopong Sovereign Maroon Global Tribal Nation Territories. She has raised a minimum, a much needed 54. We're hoping that we can reach the $10,000 because the community is hurting. Nana McKnight is hurting, and the entire Maroon community needs to get up into this movement and make a deposit. Do you have the credentials as far as how does one make a contribution? Do you have that lineup you could tell us about?
I'm on the GoFundMe, Raskadai.
Yes.
I can send you the link and then you can put it up there. You've got the link.
I've got the link.
Everyone, right, so they just need to go there and donate whatever they can.
And in case you want,
and then
go ahead.
No, I was just saying, because everything is transparent.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I've sent Nana McKnight the link so she can see everything that's going on. So come on, we're a nation. We have to stand together. We got to rise up. This is our downfall. We don't help one another.
Yes.
She didn't ask for this help, but being Maroons, we know that we're all family.
Yes.
It could have happened to any one of us. So we need to come together. You know what I'm saying? A bottle of vodka, a bottle of white rum. You know what I'm saying?
Something.
Put that money in the account. Put the money in the account so Nana can at least see something coming on. This is an ongoing issue. It's not going to stop here. We'll be posting all the time.
Yes.
I mean, they've removed it from Facebook, so I've asked all my colleagues to post it on there and all their colleagues, but I was really disappointed in a way because I was expecting people to come together and support this very sad cause.
As you said a while ago, we are bombarded through school mechanism and everything to support Ukraine, and we don't, not to say that we don't love all humans, but if you are going to dance abroad, you have to dance a yard first. Dance a yard before you dance abroad. That's all. That's all we're saying. You've also been lighting your candles and singing your sankis. We see where the Prime Minister of the British Empire has resigned. The ancestors are saying that you play a very crucial role with your supplement of prayer and your maroon ritual to alleviate the stress of the nation. I want to commend you for holding such strong belief that righteousness exalted the nation. What's your take on all that transformation that's happening in the British Empire?
Well, it is our time. They've had us enslaved for so long, mentally, brainwashing.
Yeah.
His own people, where the ancestors have risen up. Their own people have put him out of Parliament because of all the wrong and the deceit and the lies that they've told us. They're using our own funds, which is ours, but because we don't know how to acknowledge and to get that funds back, they've kept us here. We get our pensions, and it's like in dribs and drops. Boris Johnson had to go because he was the one who gave the authority for them to start using the poison to eradicate us. Right, so we had to go, and all of those, they were just jumping off the sinking ship.
Yes.
That we signed.
Yes.
In Britain.
Well, I think the war crimes are coming because he and this other corporation leaders need to face the guillotine because they've created mass murder on a large scale, and we the Maroon have to act as if we are the Geneva conference. We are the Nuremberg trials have to be spirited by the Maroons. We stand for nothing more than righteousness, which exalted the nation.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
We have to look after our own. It's time that we all come back together and take back what is ours. It's our inheritance.
Yes,
They haven't built anything. It is our inheritance.
Yes.
So we have to know, we have to take things back. They're not going to give things back. We've got to take it, not violently, but with your pen and your paper.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing exactly what you're doing. We have to stand up on our spirituality within us.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? We have to have righteousness. We have to be living good.
Yes.
With our one another.
Yes.
We respect one another.
Yes.
Stop looking at other nation as if we don't know what to do. We build. We have to teach them everything. Health and social care. Working with Tizard University in England, I had to bring in the health and social care and food hygiene.
Yes.
They didn't know about food hygiene. So I say we wash it with salt, vinegars that we kill whatever meat we were cooking at the time. And then, as per usual, we don't get the acknowledgement for it.
Well, you see, the civilization of the so-called modern world was done by our ancestors who taught them to bathe and made toilet for them and all these things. So now we've reached another evolution stage where the very knowledge of the Maroon 284 years has to be applied, because we know the savagery of the Vikings and the British Empire is still not as modern as they need to be. And I applaud people like yourself and the rest of Maroon entourage over there in the British who are standing firm on the 284 years of contribution and knowledge of our people towards civilization.
Yes, because they used to bathe in the one bath at the swimming pool. And by the time you get everybody bathe in the same water, they used to have the bread on the doorstep.
Yes.
The dogs used to come and do what they had to do. We have to teach them. We have to teach them.
Not only in the British Empire, because if you watch several of the cowboy movies, it was one water that the horse drink out of, they drink out of it also. They bathe in one tub. And the atrocity of these uncivilized ethics, my God!
And then when we were growing, because we didn't know our history at the time, they used to show us cartoons with people being boiled in pots and we being the cannibals. But as you can see, the entire organization, they're the cannibals. They're the ones that do their rituals with babies just to keep young with their adrenaline, chrome, what they use. Yeah, they're the barbaric ones, not us. But some of our people are so still brainwashed, thinking that they're better than we are, and they need to look in themselves, really, and know who you are. Don't forget where you're coming from. Not because we're in this foreign land where they told us that England was paved with gold, and the only gold you could find was the S word. You know what I'm saying? If everyone look at Oliver Twist, you can see how they used to live with the chimney and just chuck it out the window.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
We had snow. We didn't have it like that. No black, no Irish, and no dogs. That was their signs.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, in case you're just joining us, we're touching base with the UK. The UK is on the front page this morning because the baboon Boris Johnson has resigned, and I think this is another warning to the other corporation members that they're losing tremendously. The lions have been awakened. We refuse to go back to sleep, and heads will rule. Thanks once again, Lady C, and keep a fire burning.
Thank you, Ascodite. One love to everybody. Let's support Nana McKnight. That's my great grandson kicking ball.
Yeah,
all right, love and light.
Love and light, love and light. That is Nana. Yes, big and serious. We have to keep that going. Lady C over there in the UK. DJ, someone is asking for us to play back the Shaggy thing. I will play the Shaggy excerpt because we've been getting a lot of people asking for that. This is Shaggy out of his element. My God, he is not having any sort of disrespect this morning.
Alright. Don't say if you touch my blood clot here, me ain't a problem. Suck on the mother. Suck on the mother. Suck on the mother. Everybody I go up on this blood clot every night. And I can't come touch my thing. Go suck on the mother.
Cross, hungry, miserable.
Let's go. Hands up! Hands up!
Me a the pot of them bread, got dead man who shall get come to know with the true confession. Let me about the church and the situation. No me a go talk to them, ya do the Christian like Sister Violet and her dear husband. Well if gang go there with all minibus man and come in and me chase with your fornication. Back then, rebuke your want to Satan. The one sister gonna want kill this one where they get a stone lover that tomato and sang and I do the dirty wine all come my shake and a pub in a me church a whole up part.
Cross, hungry, miserable.
Somebody got Shaggy Cross. Somebody got Shaggy Cross.
I wanna go church from all long, rather skip through the morning and put on a slam. But me woman, she a pressure me to go confession. So me decide to go and kill the conversation. So me sit down right beside Sister Pam, who a tell me everything about the congregation. About Sister Paulette and her gay husband and how she still asleep with the minibus man. Sister Remington, she a Christian, but a lot of them.
DJ, pull that up again. Pull it.
Yo, we're Fire Queen Michelle. Michelle is not in the classroom this morning. Michelle is on suspension for a bit. I think she rude to the prefect the other day. Why is all this animosity going around? People are upset.
The one sister gonna want kill this one where they get a stone lover that tomato and sang and I do the dirty wine all cup my shake and a pub in a me church a whole up part.
Alright. Don't say if you touch my blood clot here, me ain't a problem. Suck on the mother. Alright. Don't say if you touch my blood clot here, me ain't a problem. Suck on the mother.
Me a wanna go church from how long, rather skip through the morning and put on a slam. But me woman, she a pressure me to go confession. So me decide to go and kill the conversation.
Alright, go see if you touch my blood clot here, me ain't a problem. Suck on the mother.
About the congregation, about Sister Paulette and her dear husband and how she still asleep with the minibus man. Sister Gwen,
if you touch my blood clot here, me ain't a problem. Suck on the mother.
Katarina's full of session. She a dirty dance to the Mataran song. And I see she get the thing them from Baby Sham.
Everybody go up on this blood clot every night.
The phone line is open. The phone line is open.
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Go see if you touch my blood clot here, baby. Suck on the mother.
Every Sunday is a competition. This is enough for them. I go like them in a name brand. That the sitting where she will come out of some jump out and put it down for basket. That I'm new fashion. Then she proceed to talk about the man. Them only come a service. They look church.
My God.
They love the girl and talk about religion. But they couldn't say nothing because me know
me a one. Wow.
Hands up! Hands up!
Wow. Did Shaggy say what I thought I heard Shaggy said? I believe that Shaggy is not taking any sort of talk. Suck on them up. Suck on them up. Suck on them up.
Some for your sister. Have to secure me walk through the pearly gate next Sunday now, miss. So pop for your sister. Don't touch me for your sister.
I'm to secure me walk through the pearly gates.
Hey!
Me a wanna go church from how long, rather sleep through the morning and put on a slam. But me woman she a pressure me fi go confession. So me decide fi go and kill the conversation. So me sit down right beside Sister Pam, who a tell me everything about the congregation.
Pull that up again. Pull it.
I wanna them.
Blah, 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 tap, tap, tap.
Oh, you heard it?
I wanna them, yo. I wanna them,
Oh, shit, you touch my blood clot here, so put them up.
Oh, you heard it?
Burn up the place when you see me, man. Hey, I'm a DJ, pull that up again. Pull it up again.
Wow.
I wanna them. Blah, 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 tap, tap, tap.
Oh, you heard it?
Yo, I wanna them. Musa, I wanna them. Ranch.
Oh, you heard it?
Burn up the place when you see me, back and chilly. Phenomenal. And the girl them say me at them and you see me. Love me up when them see me, say them have something to give me. Bring the kitty come and tell me, say me have the killy. She love the way how me set it. Them ask me where me get the road boy style. Me say that running on me family. No show no mercy, no pity, yes, so we like
Cross, hungry, miserable.
I wanna them. I wanna them.
Oh, shit, you touch my blood clot here, stop for the mother. Stop for the mother. Stop for the mother.
Hey, I'm a DJ, pull that up again. Pull it.
All right. Oh, see if you touch my blood clot here, there ain't a problem. Suck on the mother. Suck on the mother. Suck on the mother. Everybody I go up on this blood clot every night and they can't come touch my thing because suck on the mother.
Let's go.
Hands up! 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 1, 2,
I wanna them. Blah, 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 tap, tap, tap.
Oh, you heard it? Man a Batman. Man a Batman. Suck on them. Go suck on them.
Burn up the place when you see me,
Yes.
Phenomenal, and the girl them say me at them and you say
Yes.
love me up when them see me, say them have something.
Yes.
Bring the kitty come and tell me, say me have
Chulo si man run. Chulo things I'm gonna soft so done. I don't feel like someone a baby in the squad done. Got suck on up.
I wanna do them. I wanna do them.
I mean, no. No wonder why we can't get Baker Bailey, you know. Baker Bailey, answer your phone, Baker Bailey.
Yes. See a girl a pass with a bumper with heavy. Pull up on her like a car and stop it. I say, girl, you know you got it and I'm me for you slap it. Oh yeah. I would have spent a couple mil to make you happy. She smile and tell me, say me go on too cocky. Me say, girl, if you're ready, me ready. Get to the bed, me rubbing your back, your belly, me body not deady. Damn it. I wanna do them. I wanna do them. I mean, no. Talking about the youth shots, man. Them a talk about the dance all done. The only one who ever sell diamond. None of them can fuck with diamond. Presidential escort, me no stay in the traffic. Remember who are the... Hey, I'm a DJ, pull that up again. Pull it up again. They dribble down and reach the goal and couldn't pass the keeper. You want the ball and reach the big from the teacher. With my number one and half a week for not a fucking feature. I wanna do them.
Suck on the mother. Suck on the mother.
Everybody are going up on this blood clot every night. And they can't come touch my thing. Go suck on the mother.
Oh, sometimes it's up and sometimes it's down. One shows the world keeps spinning around.
Watch how you ramp with the jump. Watch how you ramp with the maroon them.
But you should know the life to live it. And life could be so very unforgiving. But you don't say alive. Live it. Or you mean?
That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that too. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life.
You don't know when I'm listening to the radio.
Pull it up again. Pull it up again. Pull it up again.
On the iPhone, the berries of strawberries.
Shows the world keeps spinning around.
Keep it locked. Bobby Station on the internet. Fresh radio vibe. See it? Keep it locked.
But you should know the life to live it. And life could be so very unforgiving. But you don't say alive. Live it. Or you mean?
That's life.
That's life.
That's what all the people say.
Yeah, man, the one you have for your assailant, you know? Losing life, yes, I.
Shot down in May.
Shot down in May.
I know I'm gonna change that too. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life.
That's life.
As funny as it may seem.
Let's say if we get Shaggy Manager, please.
People get their kicks.
Shaggy Manager. I wonder if we can get Shaggy Manager this morning.
But I don't let it get me down.
Let it get me down.
Cause this fine old world keeps spinning around. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and
Yo, what go on my youth? A Shaggy Manager this, cause Shaggy tell some man for go ask them mother, you know. We want to find out if a Shaggy Manager this though. Yeah, me play a tape cause some people, yo, Shaggy tell all my girl in the crowd and she feel cut up my youth, cause you know what I mean, Shaggy, hold on. Shaggy I tell the man them fall, you know, that's not right.
Don't say if you touch my blood clot here, there ain't a problem.
What?
Suck on the mother.
What? Jesus, peace. DJ Ellie, I want really go on. When you see Shaggy, DJ Ellie, I have to tell a man, say,
hold on, then, man. Remember, say, Brooklyn Shaggy come from, you know, Brooklyn, you know.
Jesus, peace. Shaggy, I have never,
and in a stand for fuckery, isn't it?
Jesus and peace, but me never hear Shaggy tell nobody if you go S them mother,
Obviously, Shaggy is a cool youth, but if you fuck with him, you see him wrong side, isn't it?
Yeah, but so you think it's something in the water or what, Ellie? We're talking to DJ Ellie. It's something in the water.
I mess with him, man. Somebody mess with him earlier, or whatever, or them probably problem. I assume, you understand, say, they might tell him, say, boy, you know, in time set and all them things, you know, something in a something, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, you know, as the Shaggy get bring them in. You understand?
God. No, the man who makes so much money for the Bustamante children, them. Not to mention the Corporation of Jamaica make him an ambassador. And that was about 30,000 people he tell to go and S your mother.
No, it's not the people. It's not the audience, he said that.
It didn't say, but the audience heard that.
Hold on, listen. It's not the audience he might refer to.
Mm-hmm.
He's referring to some people where come on the stage must plug out something and they say, yo, we can't touch this. We can't blood clot it. Matter of fact, you all want to go suck on a moment.
Jesus.
He wasn't addressing the crowd. He wasn't cussing the crowd.
God.
Yeah, somebody, either this production team for the stage,
yes,
I try to fast one on him.
Yes.
And him pick up and walk on. It's not the audience. He love him fans.
DJ Ellie, I know that you're trying to do some PR, but a pastor called me 4 o'clock this morning saying that he is one of Shaggy's biggest supporter. But the mere fact that Shaggy said this out loud to go and S your mother, you know as a Jamaican what S your mother mean, Ellie.
Yeah.
S your mother.
Listen, the pastor must speak it deep out and yeah. When people piss him off, the pastor do cuss. So make him shut up and stop that foolishness.
Ellie, I never hear a but I never hear a pastor tell anybody to go and S them mother.
You remember a couple of years they catch one and suck a dildo.
Oh Jesus! Oh my God!
You never remember that?
Here we go. And you're saying that
and he said that I forced the wife. See the thing and his wife asked him what go and he said, I force me.
Oh jeez, on peace.
Yeah? This person go force him to do something more you don't want to do.
DJ Ellie, I know that as the CEO for Red Hat Radio, you yourself must have been surprised at this outburst.
I'm surprised that Shaggy really react in another way there, but at the end of the day, the same time the cup run it over, trust me, them are gonna get it.
Oh Lord.
You understand? He said that you play a nice guy all the time.
Yes.
You understand? And things happen, brother, you go right. I'm not saying it's appropriate for what on deal with it on the stage. But right now a serious time. So if you tell a man about him, ask him time, man.
Oh God. Do you blame this any way on the COVID lockdown where a lot of things that run short? You had a shortage of pum, a shortage of money, a shortage of. Do you blame it at any way?
I don't know who did have shortage of pum and them things, but I'm telling you, sir, they got serious.
Yeah.
You don't easy at all, anyway.
No, I'm just saying. I am saying that right now you may not have a shortage of tun in your neck of the woods, but tun price has gone sky high since the COVID.
I don't know. You make contribution to the lady they have in their life. You understand? And you pay for nothing.
Well, as long as the rent has to pay plus the bills, that's a. Anyway, let's not get in there. On my desk here, Ellie, seeing that we have you in the office, allegation is that Popcorn is parring with a white girl, couple white girl. Have you heard anything like that?
I haven't heard anything. The only latest I hear about Popcorn that he was pulled into a detaining room in the UK based on the information that the Jamaican government or higher society sent across to say that he must be stopped and whatever the situation may be.
So you are telling me you have malicious people after all of the unruly things that unruly Popcorn has done, call the British immigration and tell them to stop Popcorn?
Listen to him and say, brother.
Yes.
You understand? If I don't know if Popcorn know this. You understand?
Yes.
Other people know this. Them have Popcorn listed on the gangster list of Jamaica.
Oh my God.
All right. Just in case no one did not know that information, them have him on the gang list. Them have him as a powerful gang member. That's all them have him as.
So hold on. If Popcorn is on the gang list, that means that Drake is on the list too.
Oh well, Drake is not Jamaican. So
no, but come on, man. Popcorn and Drake is bosom buddy. And you all know that if Popcorn is a gangster, Drake must be a gangster. Jay-Z must be a gangster.
Listen. At the end of the day, you understand? It's not even a joking matter. A serious situation, you might have said, but at the end of the day, you understand? Don't free up the youths and allow the youths and the youth them strive.
Yeah.
You see where I'm coming from? Because I don't see none of them in office that is actually waving the name of our Berkland High, more than the entertainers, the athletes, them that going around and run and do all kind of different things. You understand? But yet still, they haven't getting the respect, you understand, from in country, and always I get disrespect. You understand? If you do something great right now, you understand? You hear everybody a jump and prance, you understand? But in time, look at vibes go on around you like you're a human being. You understand? And people are gonna try you. You see where I come from? Yes. And sometimes them try and them fail. And then they succeed. That means then, people want to know so about them and get rid of you. You see where I come from? You can't, in a serious time right now, you can't let your head back here. You understand?
Yeah. People, in case you're just joining us, we're talking to internationally known Red Hot Radio and entertainer Ellie, DJ Ellie. He has been on the battlefield for quite a while. And Ellie, what's up with your career? Because I see you have some shows that you're performing lately, plus you're promoting some other shows. What's in the pipeline?
I'm booked with a big show, Legend in Concert in Atlanta, September the 18th at the Legion Park with Michael Bolton, Marcia Griffiths, and Lost, Anthony Malvo, Lady G, Junior Ranks, Big A from Ira FM, Lemon as one of the hosts. I will be hosting also, performing a couple of my songs them as well. And Gal E that and couple more people. You see what I'm saying?
That's good. But is there any concern that the first monkeypox have been spotted in Jamaica and you're going to be on stage with several of these artists who are coming out of the Corporation of Jamaica? Is there any concern about the transmission of the monkeypox?
No. I'm not really concerned about it like that. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. We know that there's a whole heap of things. The COVID is not even gone now. You see where I come from? And we all have sense and we know who are do them things. You see where I come from? Because they want to even tell women what they can do from what they mustn't do with them body no more. You see where I come from? If they could have charged you for the ear that you breathe right now, they would have charged you for it. The system. You understand? Wow. People appreciate life and love each other more, you understand? And stick together, you understand? Instead of tearing each other down and killing each other, you understand? You see what they do to the whole of African the other day?
Yeah, in Morocco, yes.
Yeah, in Morocco, you see?
Yeah, I
you
saw
understand? To show you how them fear the most powerful set of people on earth. You understand?
Yeah.
Fear does that. A black man don't have to have a weapon and they fear you. You understand? And where them come from? Where them come from? The black race is the only race where it can create every other race. Just know that.
Yes.
The system. Always, but black man shall rise. Black woman shall rise.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
There's a time for a place and everything. A time and place for everything. You understand? Changes is coming.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And trust me, when it reach, you will see.
Oh.
You will see. Time will tell.
Talking about changes, last but not least, we've just gotten on our desk a while ago evidence that the reason why R. Kelly was convicted and given 30 years, there's a confession tape. I think you have the tape also where he says that his mind is telling him yes, but his body is it his body is telling him yes and his mind. Clear that up for me, Ellie, because these allegations I'm lost for words.
So,
talk to me.
You see, because yes, R. Kelly get what him deserving. I'm not sorry for him, because at the end of the day, you understand, him do what him do, but I don't feel like him rape nobody. I feel like say it was willingly, you understand? But however, anybody should go down with R. Kelly, blame those parents as well. You understand?
Here we go.
Them parents they forget to lock up to. You see me come from. Don't forget lock up to. You can know say your kid is underage and you know what go on. But because the greed of money let you allow your kid to go through some all kind of different thing Yo, a wickedness, you know, brother. Wickedness, you know.
Yeah.
You understand? Some people just love money more than how them love them own. You see me I come from? Yeah, man. Yeah, and they want to get him long time. You understand? Every great black man, they want to get them. You see me I come? Get you. They will get you. So you have to be wise. You see me?
I think R. Kelly should have done what Shaggy did, cost some bumbo clot or something like that. But thank you so much for your time, Ambassador Ellie, because you're an ambassador when it comes down to several aspects, and your show on Red Hat Radio is a number one. It's blazing in the heartland of the empire of the United States, and keep up the good work.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself and big up all of your listeners, them straight. And big up Shaggy, my friend. You see it?
Yes. Big up Shaggy. Yeah, we'll have to play back that tape, people. We've come to the end of our broadcast today, and I just want to say thank you so much for being a part. Shaggy, are you there, Shaggy? Are you there? Please don't cuss anybody out, Shaggy.
Suck on the mother. Suck on the mother. Suck on the mother. Everybody go up on this blood clot every night. And they can't come touch my thing. Go suck on the mother. Where's that? Let's go.
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
I wanted that. Blah, 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 tap, tap, tap.
Oh, you heard it?
I wanna them, yo. I wanna them, Usa. I wanna them, Ranch. Oh,
you heard it?
But up the place when you see me part not chilly. Phenomenon, the girl them see me at them and you see me. Love me up when them see me, say them have something to give me. Bring the kitty come and tell me, say me have the killy. She love the way how me set it, them ask me when me get the road boy style. Me say that running on me family. No show no mercy, no pity. You so well like the city. If a guy test you know it, no, but be nothing pretty. I wanna them. I wanna them. I wanna them. I wanna them. I wanna them.
This is how I'm going to leave you. Thank you so much for joining us. Continue listening.
Outside of the telly, me stand up and sip a jelly. See a girl a pass with a bumper with heavy. Pull up on her like a car and stop it. I say, girl, you know you got it, and I'm me for you slap it. Oh yeah, I would have spent a couple mil to make you happy. She smile and tell me, say me go on too cocky. Me say, girl, if you're ready, me ready, get to.
Yes, sir. Yours truly, Rascalite saying, yo, I love you, my brothers. Love you, my sisters. Most importantly, the Almighty God that created heaven and earth love you even more. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do it today.
The only one who ever sell diamond. None of them can
fuck with diamond.
Presidential escort, me no stay in a traffic. Remember who are the boss, I never try forgot it. Go take a flight around the world, check every chart, me top it. Man a giant, them microscopic. Stop it, stay them around. The place we get them a space, they not the business teacher. Them dribble down and reach the goal and couldn't pass the keeper. You want the formula for reach, come take it from the teacher. What if a number one and half a wait for not a fucking feature? I wanna do them. 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 I mean, I know. I mean, I know. I mean, I know. I mean, I know.
Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth, the resistant radio station. Fresh Radio Vibes.
Pull it up again.
Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
Talk to Godites. Talk to Godites. Me say go talk to Godites. Go